everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of Curse of Strahd. I'm Charlie. I'm the DM for this group. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started with introductions. Matt, you're up first.
I was in a different spot than I was expecting. Hey, everybody. I am Matt. I'm Caslin Smoothmouse, our little halfling bard rogue. So, nice to have everybody.
All right. Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm playing Harper, the human ranger.
Okay. Cody.
Damn, I'm not second anymore. I'm Cody. I'm playing Apollo, the Bard Warlock. And guys, look at this new look on the stream. It's amazing.
Yeah, I was about to ask, did it change? I was so confused.
It's like completely different. Did it change? Aaron.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I am back playing everyone's favorite action hero slash bunny slash lycanthrope slash paladin, the Avantgarde.
All right. And here's the good stuff. We're going to do a little show and tell before we get started.
Holy shit.
I know it's not going to be as good for the stream because they won't see the buttons, but you can actually click the buttons and it will take you to your different pages. It might take a second once you click one for it to reload. And then standard, you can click and pop open character sheets. If you go to the characters. Oh, that's fun. I can't close them on this stream account. How do I close that? I'm so smart. Why are we laughing at me?
Maybe you can pop it out and just move it off the screen.
No, I can't even move it. Look, it gives me you can't see. It gives me this. I know what it is. Why I don't? Oh, okay. I guess it's on a timer. That's good to know. I won't click things randomly anymore. If you click the Curse of Strahd, it'll take you back to the original page. The starting screen. So, some fancy things. And then... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is way cooler than doing any actual work.
I know, yeah. I emailed my professor and was like, I don't know why I can't finish this class. I'm just not motivated. And then I spent hours working on D&D. Wonder if those things go hand in hand.
Coming up with an entire system for drug running in D&D.
Right. Okay, and here's where it gets good. I think I'm gonna save. Let's go.
Is that Irina?
Yeah, that is. Okay, I'm gonna start popping things up for you all. Oh, did it not pop? Oh, wait. I lied. There we go. We got some new token borders going on.
Very cool.
Let's pop open. Caslin Smoothmouse.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Somebody was complaining that my token borders were subpar for the Tuesday group. We got Theobun. Theobun's was the easiest one, and I think turned out the coolest. I didn't have to adjust anything on it.
That looks fire.
Okay, this one took the longest.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like the inverse of Caslin's.
Okay, now I just hope these all leave. Okay, they do.
Cool. Guys, I'm totally not evil, by the way.
I just like the Millennium puzzle.
I like the hand. Like, the hand looks like it's actually your hand.
It does, from where it rises up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a demon hand? Is that an option? That looks so dope.
Maybe.
You gotta pick up mage hand.
Yeah. So that is what I did instead of being a responsible human and using the 2 days I took off work to do school, I made tokens.
It looks awesome.
And I made it rain. And bats.
It is raining.
Not in the way I like, but okay.
Alright, who would like to give us a recap?
What even happened last session?
I know it's hard to follow up when I just, showed you all the fun, cool stuff.
To be fair, a whole lot of nothing.
We left the mill. We started traveling to Valaki. We fought some spiders. Killed some spiders. Nobody died. Caslin almost died.
Almost.
Then we continued on to Valaki. We had a very long discussion with the guards going over all the rules of Valaki and how we must follow all the rules and how we must help with the celebration if we plan on staying any more than 5 days in Valaki. If there is a celebration going on in Valaki. And how that we couldn't bring any werewolves or vampires or anything else into the city, which we are totally complying with.
1000%. Nothing suspicious here. I think you got
There
it
was
all.
also
I'm glad
there
you
was
did
like
it.
a few other tests that we had to go through to get in, and but we got through all that and into the city, and I think that's where we ended. I don't think we did anything after that.
We met that bard who totally showed us up.
We also
Yeah.
met a girl with flower eyes.
Okay.
I like how everyone was
Oh,
skipping
you
over
said
that.
flower, and I took that as like flower, like
Oh,
flowers,
like
not
the pretty thing, not the shit you make
Yeah.
bread with.
yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
You met a hippie? What?
a
I
flower.
wish you were a hippie.
Oh goodness. Okay, let's go ahead then and continue. Everything is named funny on this one. All right, so you all are staying at the Blue Water Inn is what we kind of left off with previously. You had said if I am recalling correctly, you guys are going to call it a night there and then continue with your various things in the morning. Is that correct still?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, with refreshed spell slots.
Yes, it is a long rest. Yeah, so at the Blue Water Inn, as you all are calling it, a evening, would anyone do watches? Just gonna rest? What are your thoughts on that?
If we're staying at an inn, like I think Theobun wouldn't see need to take like super formalized watches. I mean, he would still stand watch just because he's always done it, but he would tell the others if they don't want to take a watch, it's fine.
Okay.
I'd definitely take my bell and string and work something up like on the door basically, so that if anybody tries to come through the door, it'll jingle.
Did we ever tell that guard we were staying here for the night?
Oh, I think that's like we ended, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna let the guard know, but I don't think you had.
I was gonna say because I couldn't remember if I got sidetracked and Harper never did it. Or not.
Oh, fuck Eric, the guard.
Guy sucked anyways. He stole our cookies.
Eric was the one
He
with
made
like
a deal.
no he was like super bland too, wasn't he? He was like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He can stand there for a while.
He'll figure it out.
Eventually.
So, guys, the real question is, where is our dog staying?
He's
Sure, it's
probably
pet
sleeping with
friendly.
Caslin.
Castle's room.
I mean, you look
Curled up
over
around
like Brahm and Bray are super happy to be hanging out with your dog.
it.
I need the dog's token to be smaller.
The dog's just the same size as me.
I guess that checks. All right. So they do have their sons, Brahm and Bray, show you to your rooms for the evening. And just standard helping you get settled in, making sure that you have what you need conveniently because there are 4 of you. They take you to a guest room that has 4 beds.
What about Irina?
Oh, I forgot about Irina. Why'd you have to do that? It was like perfect. I wanted Matt to have to roll.
You can sleep on the floor.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
Jeez.
I do have to roll. There are 4 beds. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, well, they do take you to the biggest room, and which has 4 beds and presumably the cheapest room. So one of you will be on the floor, or I guess you can snuggle in real close together.
As I'm trying to push one bed out of the room.
Oh, Theobun would sleep on the floor. He doesn't care.
Are you
Okay,
sure it's
bud.
okay? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away the bed from you.
So you don't want to wingman Apollo and have him and Arena share a bed?
First off, I don't trust Apollo barely in the same room as Irina, let alone in the same bed. Second of all, I can't rightly sleep in a bed knowing a woman is either sharing a bed with somebody that she don't really know or sleeping on the floor. I can't allow that. So go ahead, you can take my bed, Irina. I'm fine sleep on the floor. I've done it plenty of times in the past.
Well, Theobun, you can take my bed. I don't think that I don't think I'd like to I don't think I'd like to be in one of these just I think I'd be better off not in a bed tonight. So I'll sleep over by my bell trap just in case.
I mean, just because your last name is Smooth Mouse don't mean you gotta sleep like one.
Well, yeah, it does. I'm the smoothest of mice. I'll just I'll just sleep on the floor. It's all good. You take a bed. It'll work perfect.
Well, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be at the church that everyone keeps mentioning, and then you all could have a bed. Matt, I do need a roll for your fear of the number 4.
Yeah, what?
Wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
So, Caslin, if you don't mind being the small spoon, you can share a bed with me.
Oh God.
Oh, I am terrified.
I was gonna say Caslin and Theobun are small. They can share a bed together and probably not even approach.
Yeah, probably could. You as you are trying to figure out the bed and it just keeps circling back to talking about there only being 4 beds, you finally just have enough and you are completely frightened by this. So for the next minute you are frightened.
Yep, I feel like I would just have to. I'd just I just get out of the room and just sit next to the door, just sleeping on the floor. I'm sleeping on the floor. Sleeping on the floor.
Irina comes next to you and I imagine you're kind of sitting and rocking, and so she puts her arm around you and tries to kind of rock with you, but is also trying to calm you down at the same. It's okay. Is there anything that we can do to help? I'm sorry that you feel frustrated. Maybe we could see if there's a different room. Would that be better?
Oh no, it'll be fine. I just need to kind of get over this and yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It it's more just the it's just all the talk and all the stress that we've had over the last couple of days. I'll be fine.
Okay, it has been really stressful. You're right. And it doesn't help that this room is pretty cramped, and it is like a long skinny room with just enough room, like there's the bed and then like a foot locker at the end of the bed and then like enough room for a path, and then they wedged into a corner right across from the door a table. So like it is a very tight space. So Irina kind of thinks that that's more what's going on, is that you are feeling a bit maybe claustrophobic from everything, because she knows she's feeling that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm I'm sure that's all that it is. It's at a lot of establishments like this, my parents used to get all of us kids one room, and then they would get one room, and normally with with us being performers, it wasn't always the largest of rooms, especially being kids and halflings. So I'm sure that's all that it is. So I'm still just rocking on the floor.
Okay. Anything for anyone else?
Nope.
All right. If you have not done it, you can take a well-deserved long rest. I know that Caslin was very eager to take his long rest. Granted, I say that, and some of you may have done it this session before.
I didn't remember actually getting hit that badly. I
I
Oh,
just
were you
remember
low?
somebody got hit. I remember somebody got hit for a lot. I don't remember who it was.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Like they
think
got hit for like 10 or 15 or something like that.
huh, that might have been me. I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you know who surprisingly is the worst character and does well in combat is Irina? And I don't even cheat.
To be fair, if she's taking a hit, we're not doing our job.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna fail the
Facts.
escort mission.
Oh, I thought I fixed her token. I didn't. Well, if she takes a hit, she is out with 9 hit points.
She's not leveling up. Fuck.
No, I pulled out the wrong one. There's 2 of her.
Sick.
I went the one with the last name so that I can remember it. I was also really smart. I renamed all of the tokens that are named characters, so when I hover, I can see what their names are. Because, like, the N is pulled up even though I didn't pull you all over, and I'm like, I can't remember any of these assholes' names besides the 2 boys. And thankfully, I named the parents. So, Cody, you inspired me to help myself.
Let's go.
Yeah, the dad's name was shoot, do I have that? I thought I did. Irwin. Irwin.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't think you all met the mom. Danica is the mom. Also, full disclaimer, I did not make any of the new character tokens. There was a Reddit post that had someone who made all of them, which is pretty neat.
Reddit for the win.
Yeah.
Okay. You all complete your rest. You wake up in the morning to hearing what sounds like running coming from the hallway.
Fucking kids. Checks out.
Yeah, they're interrupting Apollo's beauty sleep.
Glad the other one understands.
Theobald would, he's used to being a light sleeper, would wake up, get out of bed, and begin donning his various bits of clothing, various bits of armor, his backpack, and all that fun stuff. Trying to be relatively quiet, but it's metal armor, not known for being the quietest of things.
I do the same.
Yep. But I'll keep a sword close by just in case it's not like kids being assholes running and it's kids being afraid running.
I feel like
Even-
there's at least Castellan would easily recognize, like, it seems like they're playing like a game of tag.
Mm,
Ah, gotta love kids.
they were
Apollo's
raised
just
in a
over there
farm.
like fucking kids.
That
just
is
imagine
me.
Apollo took the pillow from the bed and put it over his head and is trying to sleep.
I was literally thinking that, just like shoving it in my face. Oh! Guess it's time to get up. So where'd
Yeah, you all
guys-
get up, you go through your morning routines, getting all set for the day. Irina is still, very modest, sleeping in a room with four males. She's not necessarily the most comfortable, but you see, like, she's trying that whole, like, getting ready underneath the cover situation. Just doing her best to kind of go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Theobald would be like, all right, everyone, let's get out of here so Irina can change and get ready for the day in peace. Especially you, Apollo.
I'm not a perv.
I
I
grab my
beg to
melon string.
I beg to differ, but that's beside the point for right now.
Alright, Irina, if you need any help, just call one of us. Doesn't have to be me. Just saying. We're leaving.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Theobald would make sure everyone leaves and then would close the door behind himself. And would proceed to stand guard outside the door to make sure nobody tries anything.
I'll bring Lancelot down with me when I'm all set.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are all doing great. We do not deserve a NPC or a dog. No pets for us.
Yeah.
To be frank, I just assume wherever Castellan is, that's where Lancelot is, to be fair.
That's kind of what I assume. The only time I actually care about knowing where Lancelot is during combat, because that is relevant.
Gonna kill our dog.
I'll Keanu Reeves this.
All right. She finishes getting ready and she opens the door and sees you standing there and, oh, thank you. That wasn't necessary, but it was appreciated. Thank you so much.
Theobald just waves his hand. This is not a big deal. Just want to be sure that nothing happens to a lady while they're vulnerable, as it were. And then Theobald would just walk on over to the stairs.
All right. You all make your way down, and you can see, right now at the bar is Danica, and, Erwin, you presume is in the kitchen because it looks as though she has just gotten, like, a hot plate of food brought out. As she sees you all coming down, she gives a little wave towards the group, and I apologize. I didn't get to meet you all last night. Is there someone who might be in charge of the group that I could speak with?
Looks
They
towards
point
Thea
at Thea
Bun.
Bun.
I'm just like, who's gonna say it first? uh, I suppose that would be me, ma'am. My name's Theobon. Pleasure.
It's so nice to meet you, Theobald. Well, this is a perhaps a bit awkward of a situation, and I do apologize. Um, I'm just, if you don't mind, I'm just going to be maybe a little frank, where my husband fell short. It's my understanding that we gave the room to you all for performing and made some arrangement that you could stay with us for free so long as you were performing.
I'll start playing my hand drum.
Ah, I see.
Uh,
I think that might be the confirmation that I need, and she kind of nods her head towards Caslin.
yes, that was the agreement. I do not believe meals or drink was included aside from standard fare.
Okay, well, at least that is something. Um, well, you see, we are struggling, and Erwin would soon have this place filled with everybody not charging anything. And while I can appreciate performing and
Theobon would raise his hand. Speak no further, ma'am. Theobon will dig through his pockets. I don't have a particularly large amount, but I can at least give you something which will be of assistance to y'all, given the status of things here and in Barovia Lodge. And Theobon will fish out 5 gold pieces, place it in the palm of her hand, and then just kind of wrap her hand around it, and then let go.
oh, this is far too much. We
Theobon raised his hand. Speak nothing of it, ma'am. This is for the others that your husband may wish to feed and or house without paying. So just see it as a down payment in advance for any immediate transgressions your husband may or may not do in terms of doing right by your business.
oh well, I do appreciate that. Trust me, this is not the first, nor will it be the last. Thank you kindly for this. It will go a long way.
It's not a problem, ma'am. I do hope you and your family are doing well.
Yes, this certainly does help with that.
Good.
Well, is there anything I can do for breakfast?
Uh, just a vegetable stew or omelet of the sort will do for me. Pretty sure the rest of my compatriots here would have other tastes that I'm sure you could assist with this morning.
All right, yes, we can certainly make up an omelet, and then she does look to the rest of you, which you are presumably pretty close by, and she goes, what can I get for the rest of you?
I
Yes.
Was there like meat stew or something last night?
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever you have for leftovers, thank you, ma'am. That'll be my best behavior.
I'd go for the same.
Well, this is very convenient. Yes, stew for everyone and an omelet for Sir Theobald. Coming right up. And you hear her yell to, Erwin to let him know, what to prepare. And he does kind of pop up from around the, uh, kitchen, like, the corner, and he gives you all, like, a little, kind of shy wave, like he knows he's, quote, been like caught by his wife, giving you all free room, and he's, a little shameful, but also not.
Man to the doghouse.
Yeah, I guess that was the long way of saying he's in the doghouse. Oh my gosh. Matt, I see your message, and I am just completely spacing on what I need you to roll, and I know it's something so obvious. There we go. All right. Well, at this point, since it is really early in the morning, the tavern is empty except for the performer that you all had seen the night before. He is sitting at the back at a table by himself. Um, and so he's like at the back, but it's like closest to the stairs that you all would have came down. And he seems to be kind of sketching out something, like he has papers kind of spread out, and it looks like he's working on something. He's very focused, doesn't even seem to have noticed you all come down the stairs at all.
Hmm. Well, seems like the other one who performed last night's still around.
Should we go talk to him? I mean, he's a pretty good performer.
I mean, he could have some more information about the status of things here in Wallachia and areas around here.
Say no more. Paulo stands up, starts walking over. Is there like a seat that I could sit at by him?
I don't know. There's one across from him, but there's nothing. Um, like there's no room for you to put anything on the table, but the seat is clear.
Alright. I do that thing where I awkwardly grab a chair from another table and like drag it across the table to make myself known. So, sorry to interrupt, but I saw you performing last night, and have to say, performer's performer. That was pretty amazing.
He just kind of slightly, like, he's holding the parchment that he's reading. He has parchment that he's writing on, and he just kind of like lifts his eyes like up and over, like looks at you, and just goes right back to what he was doing.
Can I sneak a peek at what he might be writing?
Yes, you can. Roll for me. Oh gosh, it's one of those weird ones. I guess it doesn't really make a huge difference. I don't know if it'd be stealth or sleight of hand for trying to look over. Or if you're just blatantly doing it, you can also just do it.
I'm gonna just blatantly do it. I'm like, so what you working on? And they're just like peering over.
Damn.
Get all the
You got
bread.
some good languages going on, my friend. So as you ask, he just looks up and he goes, my apologies, I should be more social. And seeing that you're looking, he takes the paper that he's holding and he puts it like over top to kind of cover you from being able to see anything. Before he does... Oh, I did not mean to click for you if that popped through on your end. Roll a... Do a quick perception on it.
Not bad.
Hey, my roll is better.
I think you're
So
rolling.
you don't notice very much, but you do immediately recognize that it is written in a language that might seem surprising to anyone else but you. It looks like it is written in Infernal.
Interesting.
He's trying to be
Huh.
secretive, so he's trying to, you know.
That's quite the script you have there. Guessing it's so prying eyes stay away from whatever story you're gonna tell tonight. Secret's safe with me. I kind of give him a wink.
Yes, I can't have anyone stealing my tales and saying that they are their own, you know. One day they
So
might
no-
prevent laws for such things, but now it's just he said, she said.
Totally understand. I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt you this morning. I just saw you perform last night. My group came here and just wanted to introduce ourselves. Maybe ask you if you've been here a while, if you know any good places around town.
Ah, well, I mean, here is obviously the best place around town. Uh, Well, the town square doesn't seem to disappoint sometimes. There's always something happening for entertainment, or I guess just to realize that you have it more fortunate than others. Aside from that, there's a toy shop. I haven't spent too much time in there, but that tends to be a place that people mention, at least.
I mean, that sounds like a bit of luck because we're gonna look for the toy shop today. You like read my mind. Do you happen to know where that is? Give me a little bit of directions.
Yes, you are just going to come out of here, and then you will take a slight left, and you'll follow the alley right way, and that'll take you right to the town square, and then you won't be able to miss it.
I will stand up, kind of grab my chair. Thank you. By the way, the name's Apollo. I'll point to my other group and start naming them one by one. Caslin, Theobun, Harper. If Irina's on Irina, that's a dog Lancelot. Quite the big group.
To have a pet such as a dog, that's quite the responsibility.
We barely remember it's there.
Well, hopefully he knows how to fend for himself then, I suppose.
That's a smart dog. The halfling over there, he takes care of him just fine. But, anyway, didn't mean to interrupt your morning.
With all this string. I apologize. I will be more friendly and social this evening. I assure you. Actually, that reminds me. I must get going. And you see, just kind of scoops the papers in, much like a teacher picking up the papers they need to grade. And he goes over to the bar, and there is a like package that's waiting for him and wrapped in brown paper. He grabs that, puts some coin on the counter, and he takes like the brim of his hat. He doesn't take it off, but he like just gives like a little tug at it, and kind of puts his head down towards the group and I wish you all the best as you travel around the town here. And he is wearing this hat here.
So cool.
Great story, by the way.
There's more. That's what I was working on this morning, so I will be sure to tell you more stories so long as you are in town.
We'll have to stop and listen to it.
Are you all only staying just the one night then? He's kind of standing by the door, but like kind of pauses because the way that you phrased it, he's not sure if you all are really just kind of passing through or what the deal is.
I guess it kind of depends on if we can get everything done in town that we're kind of hoping to. If we can't, then we'll have to stick around a little bit longer. But I don't know. It depends too if something else pops up in town here. So
Uh, did you all forget someone outside? He looks pretty rough.
Adult, he can make his own decisions.
All right then. Well, I must be off. I need to go and deliver this.
Have a good day. Walk safely.
Yeah, and he continues out the door. You all do have your food and everything has been brought over to the table, freshly warmed up, and Danica has asked for any drink orders or anything that you all might need.
I'd just take water. A little early for any alcohol.
Just because that guy's got me curious now, I'm gonna take a peek outside, see if that guard's still there.
He is there. He is slumped onto the ground, and it was kind of rainy the previous night, so he's like drenched to the core. He looks pretty pale and cold.
His own fault. We told him we'd be here all night. So I don't feel bad.
Pale and cold. It's a vampire. Oh no.
Oh god. Oh god. He looks like he might have hypothermia.
That's what they get for shaking us down.
Do you go outside, Harper?
No, I'm just gonna look. I just want to take a quick look. I might go outside later, it depends.
And if there's a back door to this establishment. Does anyone want to deal with that, or should we ask Corwin if there's another way out?
Theobald would finish eating, go out to the door, open it, look, see the drench, cold guard, give him a light tap on the head. Youngin, you gonna wake up?
Oh, I didn't mean to fall asleep. Good morning. Or good day? Good night? Oh, I'm not sure which.
It's the morning near enough that we can tell here. It's hard to tell time of day here.
Yentaf is going to be really upset with me. Oh, I must be moving. I don't think I can feel my toes. He is
Oh,
pretty
I'm sure you'll
waterlogged.
be just. I'm sure you'll be just fine after you dry yourself off. Make sure you change into fresh clothes as soon as possible, and probably get your armor cleaned as well.
Ah, yes. I thank you. He kind of struggles to get up. It seems as though he is having a very difficult time.
Theobald would pull him to his feet.
Uh, th- thank you. I'm sorry for, whatever this was.
I think you just took your job a little bit too seriously this time, but it's just fine. Hurry on back, get yourself cleaned up as soon as you can.
Yes. Good day. And he kind of, it seems like he is trying to hurry, but, he is just really struggling with moving this morning. Okay. Anything else that the group would like to do here?
Oh, just by the way, I fill everyone in on everything I talked to with the bard guy. What the fuck was his name? Hold on.
Octavio?
Yeah. His name's cooler than mine too. Fuck.
Oh, you guys haven't seen his token. Do you need to see his token?
No.
Maybe.
I mean, his
Only
isn't the
gets one in a
coolest.
box.
Also, it took me hours to pick the Strahd token because there was like 4 choices, and it was really hard to not just message Heather and be like, "Okay, pick a token." And this is the token that was made for him,
Alright.
plus his cool hat.
The hat does suit him.
I don't know, those
Does
ears
the
are a
hat
little
suit me?
massive in my opinion. I kind of think I need to figure out how to put the hat on his head.
Yeah, does he tuck his ears in, or do they hold up the brim? How?
they hold up the brim, 100%.
Yeah. Questions you have to ask yourself during a D&D. Does one tuck their ears, or what do they do with them?
Hey, Theobald, how do you wear hats? Figure you might have a similar problem.
Not really. My ears stick straight up. His goes straight sideways. There's a bit of a difference there. Verticality is a lot easier to deal with. You generally just poke a couple of holes in the top of it and put your ears through. Usually works just fine. Looks a bit silly for most things, but that's generally how we do it. Well, if your ears are kind of sideways, well, either pin them to your head or use them as a hat holder.
There.
Irina has just finished her breakfast, and she goes, where are we off to first? I want to stay with you all for most of the day, at least as long as I can, if that's okay.
Well, if that's going to be the case, we should look into doing the toy shop first then and look to do the church towards the end of the day.
Agreed.
Yeah,
So,
to the
the
toy
Theobald
shop.
would follow the direct second-hand directions.
Oh God. What could possibly go wrong with that?
I think it was
Well,
3 lefts.
No, it was to the town square. We have to just get into the town square.
I think it'd be about like using this map that looks really nice, but I don't know where anything is on it. But the streets are labeled. I know where the square is.
We do have to
Yes.
take an alleyway, I know, at some point.
Yeah.
Um.
All right.
Well, assuming it's labeled alley, then the only one labeled on here is Meat Alley.
You know, we could ask somebody who might be more inclined to answer. He seemed like he was a little busy. He might not have given the best directions. 1 second. I'll take care of this. We're starting at the toy shop, you say?
Yes.
Okay, that's easy enough. And she goes over and she asks Danica. And Danica says you just go out. Once you get on the road that's right outside, you're just going to follow it. You'll see a larger building that used to be a general store. She's not sure that they're open or not. They kind of open up and close periodically, but then right beside that, further south, you will find the toy store. And she comes over, relays that to the group, and she goes, "Yeah, I didn't think he gave the best directions, and I think I was right."
A woman asking for directions. We could have wasted half a day looking through town.
I would not have had you all waste half a day. Probably wouldn't have even said anything. I'm trying to make Irina more useful.
I know.
I realized
I
I
feel like
played
we
her
could-
stupid.
We could spend at least 10 minutes on Wall Street.
Wall Street.
I saw that.
You could probably spend a long time on Wall Street.
Mm.
Where we go to make the big bucks. Or we should shell our pies.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All
Send
right.
them to all the big wigs.
Yeah, has the group had any conversation about what you all are going to do with your cookie supply?
I feel like it's a conversation we should have, but
So, can we cut them like 50-50 with baking soda or
Oh, wait, I'm from New Mexico. I've got this. We can just Breaking Bad the whole day. No, I just gotta go watch an episode of Breaking Bad.
We need to find someone called the Chicken Man.
that can be Erwin. Yeah,
He
the
seems
sword.
pretty willing to do things.
Why don't we just
that
have
is-
Erwin sell them?
That is a good point. What's the orphan's name? That we have to go find too. I forgot about him.
Start with V.
Vasali? I spelled it as Bassally because that's what it sounded like to me. So who knows? Who knows how it's
Yeah.
actually pronounced?
I was like,
Yeah, the
wait,
Sully
I don't think I
Wesley.
know what plot line you're talking about, so I'm gonna just wait for you all to figure out what you're talking about. Because I was like, I don't think I told you about any specific orphans, but maybe I did.
Do we have a letter to deliver to them?
Yeah, we have
Yes,
a
you
letter.
do.
Hey, and
Oh.
then we could give the orphan a job, and then he doesn't even need to be
Orphan.
adopted.
Oh, do
I don't think your notes are correct, Matt. He's not an orphan. They are looking to take in orphans.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Yeah,
thought-
he's a grown ass adult, so maybe I shouldn't have ruined that for you.
Oh, she just said it the orphanage. Um, whoops.
Ah, you made some
Oh,
assumptions there.
Yes, I was assuming.
I got my notes backwards.
Oh, what do
It's
your
not
notes say?
I can't read.
Well, that checks.
Yeah. Maybe I do need to start typing up my notes so I know what I wrote down.
I like write out my plan and then I type it also so I can easily look at it and then I adjust.
I feel like if it weren't words that didn't make sense outside of D&D to me, I could probably decipher them. But because it's all like fantasy stuff, I'm like, no, I have no chance.
I was trying to decipher the last name thing because like I understand completely like where Irina's last name comes from and even Ismark's, but then there's some others like it seems like they use the naming mechanism in some instances, but not in all instances in the book. I'm like, well, that makes it really hard for me to create characters and know how to name them properly, or to take characters and add family members because I have no idea what their last names would be. Okay. So you all take a stroll to the toy store. It's about like 5 minutes or so. Irina is just really kind of taken aback by how um more prosperous the town of Valaki seems compared to the village of Barovia. She kind of, even though like it has its own degree of being ran down, like she just feels like it's in better condition as she kind of looks around and she, I wish that our people had a place like this. It just seems, I don't know, safer and much more put together. And they have festivals. Paulo, have you ever been to a festival?
I've been to quite a few festivals. And I'll tell you, they're normally great.
Do you think you'd want to go to the next one with me? They said they have one every week. We could go together.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to wait till we were a little closer to the date, but I was planning on asking you, I swear. But
Well,
I
it's
would love to
okay.
go to the festival.
You can ask if you want.
All right, then. Would you like to go to the festival with me?
Oh,
Theobald
really, Apollo?
smacks Apollo on the back because he probably can't reach his head.
Oh, yeah, you sure?
Yeah. You can bunny hop and hit him. I'll even give you a free use of your bunny hop just to smack him. Oh, yes, I would love to go with you, Apollo. Oh, Theobald, I'm sorry. I should have. You can come with us too.
I dart eyes.
Third wheel.
Theobald looks to Apollo, looks to Irina, looks back at Apollo. I do believe that there will be other plans made to attend this festival, just not directly attached to the two of you, but we'll probably all end up attending this festival. Should there be one here in the next few days while we're busying ourselves around town?
Well, they said there's one every week, so and it looked like the other one had finished. I think someone said it was like the Festival of the Wolf Head or something. Uh, Maybe that's why they had all those wolf heads at the gates. Do you think?
Yeah, perfect decorations for a festival. All of them I've been to at least.
Paulo, what can you tell me about the festivals that you've been to?
It's generally a lot of music, a lot of merriment, a lot of people having fun, a lot of drinks, getting drunk. Generally, a good time Not a lot of heads though in the festivals I've gone to.
Oh,
But I guess
Caslin,
not the
you have
same
to
type.
play. I know you've been practicing so hard. You should play at the festival if there's music.
Oh, we maybe Apollo and I could come up with a set to play at the festival. It all still just depends though if we're still in town. That's the biggest thing. Wait, did we hear there's one coming up soon or?
So you would know from all the paperwork that you got that one happens each week. So you would
Mhm.
assume one's happening within a week.
Within a week? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you haven't asked anyone for like confirmation or seen any flyers or anything yet advertising the new one, but you would assume there's one up and coming.
Yeah, that if if we all end up at it, then Apollo, would you be interested in coming up with maybe a set so that we could see if we could be part of the festivities?
I'm always down. If you need me, I'll be there.
I'll be there for you.
Are you going to add singing to it? Oh, that would be. I think that would really just be grand.
Honey, show me that.
Theobald, have you been to the festival before?
Um, most of the ones I attended were just family and neighbors, and well, it wasn't so formalized as these ones probably are. Like ours would be much more just like a neighborhood get together rather than a formalized festival of sorts.
I guess having such a large family and you probably had an even larger extended family, it probably felt like a festival every day. It was just me and Ismark, and well, for a good while, just my dad. My mother died unfortunately when I was still very young.
I've been there. It's never a good experience to lose a parent.
I wonder how Ismark's getting along with being the burgermaster. Do you all think that he's going to do a good job? You can be honest.
Um, he may in time, but for right now, I think he's got a lot he needs to learn.
I think that's fair. I know he's been reading lots of books about it. I saw one, it was like Burgermaster 101. It was such a bore. I couldn't read past the first page. I don't know how he kept on with it. Oh, I think we're here. Huh,
Well,
that's
I
kind
will
of
just say
peculiar.
that it takes more than just Brooklyn to be a leader.
I suppose that's true. I I'd like to think maybe one day I could be a leader, but I don't really like to read, and I don't know if I have what else it takes either. So I'm probably not the best.
You will be surprised. Sometimes the best leaders are those who believe themselves not to be fit for the job. Those who lead out of necessity and make the decisions that others are afraid to make. Those are the ones who, when when life gets tough, those are the ones you look to. Those who aren't afraid to make a decision and stick by it. It's not always the smartest person, not always the bravest person, but the one who can make a decision and get people to go along with it. Sometimes that'll take you a long way in life.
Hmm.
And Apollo hears any indication you have certain charms that I'm sure some people would find fitting.
Oh,
anyway, anyway, shall we proceed into this here toy shop?
well, just one last thing, and yeah, we should go in and take a look around. I just want to say, I don't know if you know, Theobald, but you're a leader. We all look to you for answers. You are just very natural at it. Thank you for stepping up for the group.
I don't pretend to have all the answers.
Oh no, I
and
know.
I appreciate compliment, and I do feel as if a lot has and will continue to fall upon my shoulders, and the thoughts did did occur to me about my situation if things were to have gone differently back at the mill, and how you guys would have fed without me. But everything happens for a reason, and perhaps this is just the way my past's supposed to go, and it's part of my journey on how to forge me in the fires, as it were. But this is a lot of monologuing and talking for one day. And Theobald pushes open the door to the toy shop and walks inside.
All right, let's see.
Apollo and I are just working on like getting like just working on songs, getting Bill Collins down.
Harmonize with me. Harmonize with me.
Coming in the air tonight.
Y'all gonna give me some copyright infringement.
Oh, you're allowed
Morning,
to sing 2
Lord.
lines. You're good.
That's why I was trying. Why I was trying to sing as poorly as possible.
All right. As you open the door, compared to the building it's next to, this is a very small building. You see this cramped shop. The entry is dark. You do see a sign that's hanging above a wooden sign. It's shaped like a rocking horse, and it has the letter B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched, lead framed windows, and through the dirty glass you see that there is a jumbled display of toys, and you can see that they're hanging like place cards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." Blinsky. As you come in, you see a pretty. I mean, I guess I'm not one to talk. He's probably like my size, a heavyset man. He's wearing a jester's cap that looks like it has seen far better days. Um, and I didn't make his token because I literally, the more I kept thinking about his character, decided he needed a better token than the picture art. So that's what he would look like. Like Jack Black. With a jester cap. And when I started laughing, it's because Midjourney did not disappoint with my prompt and some of the crap that it gave. Here were my options. As you come in, you can see he's kind of tidying a shelf. He turns around, and looks at the group. Visitors. Good day, good day. Hello, welcome in. How are you all? Oh, it's so happy to see you all here. I just Are you here for a toy? I love making sure children are happy. I want everyone in Barovia to have the best toys, the funnest toys. I can show you some of my favorites.
Yes, it's funny you say that. Actually, not really. And I look around. We are in a toy shop. Uh, I guess who had the I'll look back at everyone. Who grabbed the money for the toy again? I can't remember for sure.
My notes say Harper.
Oh wait, I have it.
Harper's notes say something she can't read.
Well, I've got to figure out what color those notes are in to remember.
Mine says niece's name day. Arabelle
Ah, it's
birthday,
someone's name
get
day
toy
coming
from
up. Oh, that's
Blinsky.
exciting.
Was it before or after the card reading? That would help a lot.
It was the same session as the card reading.
Yeah.
I.
I'm
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it would have been before the card reading.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
It was actually right after. It looks like.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
When we were leaving Tester Pool.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys like visited with them, and then it was
Oh,
like a
yeah.
side thing as you left.
It was on 2/27/2024.
Holy shit, we've been playing for a
Oh,
while.
yep. Oh man, we've got 25 gold pieces for this. Hell yeah.
It's one hell of a toy.
Ah, yes, lots of toys. All so many options.
I, I, sorry, Blinksky. I think some of that is also meant as payment for us grabbing the toy here. But yeah, we can get a very nice toy
Payment
off
for
of you.
delighting a child. Most people just love to see a child's happy face, and that's payment enough. I think you might find things that you wouldn't find anywhere else, and you just might need more than what you might think that you need.
Well, we'll have to see what's all in stock. What would you kind of recommend for a child's name day?
Boy or girl?
Oh boy.
It was a girl.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good because I
girl.
did not write that down.
I have niece's name day. Name's Arabelle.
Okay.
Ah, hmm. Let me pull some of my my finer items up, and I'll put it on a display over here. And in the meantime, what if you all can take a look around and see if there's anything that catches your eye. And just give me a few moments. I got some new items from the back that I will bring out and show you all. But take a look around and see what you find.
Perfect. That sounds great. Then once he's gone, I'll remind everyone. We don't know exactly how these people respond to Vistani too, so that
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
mean,
gonna say that word.
yeah, and we have to deliver this to Lavash. Or Lavash, something like that.
I need them to make a module where I can just pronounce all the names easily without having to think about it.
Whatever happened to Greg and Terry?
Right.
Bob.
Well, I'm playing in a Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and my character is a necromancer, so I named him DK, like the initials, and he's a dwarf, and I keep trying to think of like what would DK stand for and stuff, and I'm like, I've got nothing because obviously he's not David. His name isn't David Kevin or something easy.
no one has to know. Just make it easy.
Well, I mean, I could see a dwarf being named Dave. That Dave just sounds like a dwarf thing.
Okay, well, let me know what you come up with for the K.
I like
Dave
Donkey Kong.
Kaleshnikov.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong.
You say DK, it's Donkey Kong.
I guess that also is really, that makes sense. That's probably exactly what his name is. Yeah, so you all are taking a look around. I just need it to make a decision. Can I have everyone just roll me an investigation?
Oh, I am so good at this.
I'm great. Man,
Oh,
it's
it's
almost
okay.
19.
I just really needed a dice to be rolled. And I figured why not give some people bonuses if they have them.
Hey, you are really good at this, Theobald.
Yeah, you came in second. Oh, I should have Irina roll.
You're so smart.
Boom. How'd I do? Oh, not the worst. That honor goes to Harper.
Look, man, I didn't pay attention in Noble College.
So as you all are looking around, there's this table in the center. There's a chandelier hanging above it, and the table has a bunch of dolls and things on it. And then there are about four various shelves full of toys, as well. And then there's a kind of like a checkout table that has some stuff on it and a desk where you presume Blinsky works. And so he's kind of shuffling about there, like going through and rummaging stuff that's below and pulling it up for you all. But Harper, as you are walking around looking at these items, you see what looks like a monkey wearing a crown and a like a ballerina tutu.
Want it?
Do you pick it up?
Yes, I do. No hesitation.
As soon as you go to pick it up, it shrieks in terror. And it moves and it jumps like right onto your head.
That's really slightly terrifying.
What
I like.
what do you do in this moment before I have um Blinsky
I tilt my
react?
head to the side to see if it falls off.
It does not, like, it is like it's jumped on and it's kind of started to grab at your hair at this point. It's like pulling onto your hair.
Oh no! Don't do that! Stop. You know how
Piccola!
long it took?
You hear Blinsky shout and he gives a whistle. And as soon as he does, Piccola, which you assume to be the monkey, everybody else you see, because obviously Harper can't, like stands in like curtsy fashion and takes a bow on the top of Harper's head. And then does a little somersault and lands right back down onto the bookshelf. Blinsky comes around from his workstation. Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry, Piccola. Bad. You know better than this. No. That is not how we act. And he gives like a tap on his shoulder, and you see as Piccola jumps onto his shoulder. I'm so sorry. Please, uh, please know that I mean, there's nothing else I can say beyond uh, that I do apologize. I don't know what's gotten into her. Maybe it's any emotions at Lancelot. Maybe it's seeing your dog there. It's okay that he's in here. That's fine. All are welcome here at Blinsky's Toys, but that's the only thing I can imagine that would make her react like that.
No, it's fine. No harm, no foul. I'm in one piece. She's in one piece. We can walk away happy. Maybe we'll see.
Yes, everyone is happy with Blinsky Toys. They are the funnest around. There's your little monkey friend, complete with a
Aw.
border with bananas.
Okay, I forgive her.
Wait, so since it has a border, that's something that we could fight.
How much for the monkey?
Oh,
We
the
are not
monkey is
buying the monkey.
not for sale. Personal pet of mine.
We can barely take care of the dog, and you want a monkey.
Oh yes, if you cannot take care of such a cute girl or boy, I mean I can just look. He goes and gives ear scratches to Lancelot. Ah,
Oh, boy. Boy.
yes, I certainly can see.
'Cause I love this monkey.
Leave the monkey alone.
Um, I have Piccola with me. Unless one of you are good with animals, I can keep her, but it might take me a little bit longer to gather what I need to gather. Um, but are you all good to continue looking?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Do any of you want Piccola for the moment? Not to keep, of course.
I go for grabbies.
Roll me an animal handling.
Can I guide myself?
You can always touch yourself in my games.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, that was so close. At least on my end, it looked like it was landing on a 20, and then it did not. So a 12. Piccola, reluctantly goes to you, but, like, you seem to be getting along. You're, taking far better care of, actually, Castling, can I have you roll an animal handling for me real quick?
Oh gosh, Lancelot's gonna hate me here in a minute. Hey,
I was gonna say you were doing better, but it seems Castlin has improved. But you're doing better than Castlin's early days of taking care of Lancelot, for sure.
Castlin's just to the point now where like he accidentally, like quote unquote, accidentally spills food so that Lancelot can eat it.
All right, I need 1 second.
I'm gonna let you guys know right now. If you don't think I'm gonna speak with animals, then you're damn wrong.
Man, there is just like so much to remember all the time.
For the longest time.
Whoa.
All
Okay,
I
I'll
can't
come back to it.
remember.
As
Quick
go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
Do we know exactly what type of toy the gal wanted for her daughter?
No, she just suggested
So
a
it's our
toy.
discretion. So it's
Mhm.
our discretion.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. So the cheapest keychain we can find. No.
When you say words
Um,
like discretion.
Um,
hmm. Like, does the toy shop seem to have like a little bit of everything?
It does. I'm looking one thing up, and then I will tell you guys what you find because I'm afraid we're missing something, and I don't want us to miss it. So I just want to make sure I'm wrong or right.
I do have something about a doll written down, so I don't know if like she's expecting that we bring a doll or
just be like all the bad parents, give them the one toy they didn't want for Christmas or their birthday.
Blinsky, do you happen to have any Theobon action figures?
If you take a look at the table in the center, you might find one, and you points to the table that's just full of toys. Okay, I was it's not wrong. Okay. So let's go ahead. I will tell you some things that you find. Can I have each of you roll me a D100 twice?
96. You said twice, right?
Yeah, do it twice for me.
Oh, I almost got 96, 98, 58.
I think I got the two lowest that I've ever actually rolled on on D100s.
If you were a cleric, that second one would
And then Aaron, if you can roll for me, or it might be being slow. My computer has seemed to be delayed.
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay, no worries. So Caslin, you find the small Oh, I need to check that. Okay, it's not tornadoes. You find a small compact mirror. It currently is closed. And that was Caslin. Would you open it?
Yeah, I'll open it and take a look in it.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me just a D4.
4.
So you open it and you see your reflection. It actually makes you look really, really well. And then you see, and like it mimics exactly what you're doing. Your reflection suddenly looks like a hideous hag like monster as you look into the mirror.
I'd just like snap it shut, like not wanting to break it or anything, but snap it shut really quick and set it back down on the whatever like the shelf or something.
Okay. Oh, yours are both really low. I'm gonna do your second one just because I'm in the same part of the document. You as you shut that and you put it down, you notice these what look like wooden construction toys. And they look like they snap together.
Oh, I used to have something like this at when I was a kid, and I'll kind of pick them up and start snapping some of them together and stuff.
Yeah, you pick them up, and I'm going to guess that you actually didn't have something quite like this. You realize that they look like different bones of the human. We'll just say of a body because I know you're not human. And they like snap together, making it so you can put them in a lot of different anatomically incorrect configurations.
As I kind of notice that, like I'll just kind of like freeze for a moment and just like whatever I have all snapped together, I'll just set back on the counter too, or not on the counter, on the shelf too. Just I don't know if and like I'll just kind of like to myself more, but like quietly under my breath, like just kind of shudder a little bit.
Okay. Next up we have Theobun. As you were looking around, and Aaron, you can also roll one more time, but the first thing that catches your eye is this wooden ship. And it's like a really small figure. Oh, yours are close together too.
Yeah, I was laughing about that.
Oh, that's kind of as you look closer at the ship though, you see that it looks like has the crew members on the deck, and looking even closer you realize though that they are skeletal crew members standing on deck.
The abundance kind of whispers to himself, "Well, that's not gonna work." Oh, on to the next one.
Yeah, realizing like these shelves are just kind of filled with a lot of oddities. Theobun, you move over to that center table that has the dolls on it, and the first one that you pick up what looks to you it looks like an adventurer. but they are dressed in mismatched pieces of armor, and on the belt of this adventurer, you see that there are potions. It doesn't have like a face sketch like on it at all. It's just plain faced, but so like you can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, but you can tell it's a adventurer, and you'd probably um yeah, with your you'd probably guess it to be somebody who'd be an artificer.
Theobon would turn to the proprietor and be like, perhaps do you perhaps got some just like little bits and bobs of things of various colors and such, and maybe some kind like a piece of chalk or something that might work here, writing on this doll surface.
I'm sure that I do. Yes. If you're purchasing it, then you certainly can draw upon it, of course.
Yeah, apologies. I did not mean to imply that I would not purchase it before doing so. I apologize for the confusion.
Oh yeah, no need to apologize. But yes, you once you purchase it, I can give you some tools that you can do to make it fit for you. I probably have, if you're wanting to maybe put some longer ears on it, I could probably give you some fabric that would help with that.
I was thinking more getting like a set of the things to go along with the doll. You see this is
Like dress
gift
up.
of sorts. Yes, a gift of sorts for younger child,
You
girl
might just want,
specifically.
you might want to get them a whole set of dolls. There's plenty around. I mean, and as you look, you do see that there's on this table alone at least 20 dolls.
Theobund would kind of pick ones that are like there's like an adventurer one that's like, oh, like kind of get like a good mix, like say like there's an adventurer, like a princess, a normal person, like a normal like laborer type person, and just a miscellaneous one for the last one, like a good variety of like base costumes, quote unquote.
Okay. Are you going dolls or just costumes?
Dolls and costumes. Like
Okay.
he's looking for about 4 different dolls.
Okay, so you have that artificer one. You also see that there's a unicorn doll, and it looks to have a companion doll as well. Um the interesting thing that you see as you pick these up and you're examining is it looks as though like the way that the doll is kind of like the unicorn horn is designed, it's like collapsible. And it looks like it's can be used to impale the other doll, and you realize the other doll is a peasant. But you also see that there is really any class of adventure that you can think of, there is a doll for it, and then there's a actually, as you were looking at the dolls, I feel like somebody, yeah, um, Caslin, because I apologize, I read your 4 as being a number because I'm that great of a DM. Caslin, you start looking at the dolls and you find a doll that's wearing an old wedding dress, and it has a veil on it as well.
Is Theobun like right up close to me while I do or while I'm
Yeah. You guys
Uh,
are right there next to each other, within like 5 feet.
okay? I'd kind of look at him with it and be like, "Look," and then I'd pull the veil up. I just want to see, is this something that's going to be terrifying too?
Well, you see, it does not have a face either.
Look, it's an add your own face doll. Oh,
I got something similar over here, but I do think that one would be a good idea as well. Um, I do think those unicorn ones they would likely enjoy, despite the fact that it's got some extra functions, as it were.
The last thing that catches your eye, Theobun, is you see a doll that looks, if we can say the word normal in this situation, it looks pretty normal.
Theobald would grab that one and be like, if we could get these full dolls as well as various assortments of dress up material and some writing chalk so the gal can design faces as she wishes, um, that would be great.
Oh yes, of course. As you're saying that and as you're reaching for that last doll, because you kind of turn to talk, you actually go to grab it at the head of the doll. And you realize that this is a doll that has detachable heads. And there are several variety of heads that are sitting nearby. That you can install onto this, including one that you notice sitting on the table that has its eyes and mouth sewn shut.
Like Mr. Potato Head, but terrifying.
This is like the greatest. Okay. Let's see. Next lowest number. You're trying to scare me, but I stopped listening to the music. I think we're at 41. Harper, as you were taking a look around, you see these sculpted wooden dentures that have oversized thing-like canine teeth. And they just begin to chatter. It looks like the spring had recently been wound up on it.
Well, that's annoying. Wait, kids love annoying things, right?
They love to be annoying, so yeah, I think that goes hand in hand.
No, because I'm sure not even the Bastani would allow something that annoying there. I'm just gonna pretend like I never saw those and keep going.
You keep looking, and you I like, okay, so those were called chattering things. Nothing fancy about it, but the next thing that you find is Shreddy Teddy. You find a stitched up bear composed of multiple parts from different plush bears. It seems slightly animatronic, and it begins to sing a creepy song of being best friends with whoever the owner is, like whoever were to purchase this. So as Harper is holding it, it says Harper.
Oh god. Nope, I saw a play like this once called Child's Play. We are putting that back right now. Nope. I'm gonna get as far away from that as possible because that thing does not need to know my name.
All right, this is like super fitting for Apollo. You see a what looks like a simple lantern that has like a hood covering. It looks to be a music box.
Oh. I will grab it and is Piccolo still with me?
Yes, Piccola is resting on your shoulder.
I'll hold it up to the monkey and be like, "Is this a good one?"
Piccola begins to spin, like as best as she can.
All right, then I'll wind up the music box.
Yeah, you wind up the box and you see the hood begins to spin as the bass is playing um, music, and as it does, it reveals pictures of various clawed monsters, winged demons, witches, and wolves on the wall adjacent from you. You also notice that there are other hoods that you can purchase to tell different stories, and this is called the Nightmare Story Lantern.
Perfect. All right, I hold on to that.
You rolled some
What else is
shit.
there?
You see this what looks to be a tub toy shaped like lizard folk creature. You can even like see the gills on its neck.
Huh.
Do you pick it up?
Of course.
Yeah, when you do, you give it a little bit of a squeeze, not necessarily meaning to, but it sprays water right out of its mouth into your face.
Perfect. I grab that one as well.
Man, this
Guys,
kid's
this
a
toy
star.
shop is awesome.
I feel like Harper's gonna bear the brunt of all of this later.
As you all continue, Blinsky has laid out his selection of items. And so the first thing you see going along with the dolls, he sees that Theobald has a bunch of dolls. And he goes, I only just finished this one, and he puts onto the counter a doll that has like a long pointy beard, and it looks like coming off of his hands he has this like ice spell magical effect that's been put onto the doll. He goes, this one I think is a wizard or a sorcerer. I'm not sure. I always get them mixed up. The
I
next,
mean, in all actuality, is there really much difference between the two?
to me there isn't, but to them there seems to be a huge difference. I I never want to assume anything about anyone now. People just, you never know how they're going to react. Ah, well, this one is extremely fancy. It's a coin bank. Specifically, it's the executioner's coin bank, and you see that this clockwork item, it consists of a hooded axe wielding executioner with red eyes, and there's a crying man at the chopping block. And as you're like seeing what this is, Blinsky grabs a coin and drops it in. And as soon as that is dropped into the slot on the front, you see the headsman swings his axe and the head of the crying man drops off. It's attached with a string. And so when he raises back up, the head goes back into place. What do you think? This one, it's taken me such a long time. It might be one of my favorites if I do say so. Ooh, did you all not like it?
The workmanship is good.
Oh, that is fancy.
little bit.
I can't hear you all. Is what's happening. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, that's a
For how
perfect
long?
point for us to go on break because I can't hear what anybody on is saying to me, and
Perfect.
I'm the DM, so that's hard. Let's do a
Oh,
quick
jeez.
break. We will come back in like 7 minutes or 8 minutes rather. So 8:05, we will be right back, and hopefully I can hear again.
I
All right, welcome back, everyone. I hopefully can hear.
Testing.
Yes,
No
I
one
can
say
hear.
anything.
You stop it. You are no longer allowed.
You have been
Not.
forbidden from romancing the NPC.
Try and stop me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Where we last left off was the executioner bank that I thought everybody hated, and that was like my favorite. But it's okay. I didn't miss much. Let me continue with my. I have 2 left. Oh,
Go for it.
gosh. Oh my! I would. There's too many tabs. Okay. Where are you? Okay, so you see a tag for this item first. It catches your attention. It's called Tot in a Pot. As you take a look, you see this mechanical depiction of a hag stirring a cauldron. And she has like 2 withered cloth arms. Does anyone crank the mechanism to make it work?
Sure, I'll try.
Thank you, Caslin. As you crank it, it's actually the stirrer that makes it. It gets a very like haunting, like creepy tune that's playing, and as the tune reaches the crescendo, you hear a scream, and a child's head pops out of the cauldron. The music stops playing after a moment.
I'll keep that tune in my mind to add to our repertoire of music that we're going to play at the festival.
You know, I've heard of bobbing for apples, but I've never heard of the bobbin coming from the pot rather than going into the pot.
Isn't it just delightful? I thought the kids would get a hoot out of that, isn't it? I just think it's, it took a while to figure out how to make it work, and to reset it, you just have to push the head back in, and then you're able to go through it all over again. It's just absolutely the best. Well, and this is the last thing that I've been working on. Here, take a look. He hands you a puppet that has like a string on the back, and it looks kind of like more like a friendly monster and stuff. Like it's red and very hairy. Give that string a pull. You won't regret it. I promise you that.
Okay, I'll pull the string too.
Yeah, you pull the string, and when you do, the puppet wets its pants. I'm calling that one a Tinkle Me Lemo.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't it great?
Charlie, I am disappointed.
I
Why?
think that one would make a perfect doll for the child that we have to bring a toy to.
All right, well, I've shown you the best of the best, and you've taken a look at the shop. Go ahead and put on the counter whatever it is that you are wanting to get. I can't wait to see everything you come up with.
Do these toys have price tags? Just before we start grabbing everything?
You don't see like a clearly visible price on anything, no.
Alright.
Oh, it's one of
It's
those
like
shops.
yeah, it's like a garage sale that doesn't put the price stickers on.
Yeah. Kinda
My family
horrible.
left those. Well, we just left.
Yeah.
Also, can I do an insight check on this guy to see if he's a serial killer?
Yeah, you sure can.
Because he's giving me those vibes. Tell me your secrets, Blinsky.
He seems pretty harmless. Like you do wonder why he is maybe obsessed with toys, but you imagine that his name is actually Sid Blinsky, and that this is just what Sid grew up to be. Toy Story reference. But he is not screaming killer at you. You are not picking up on that vibe whatsoever. His scissors on the table look pretty tame and clean. You'd have to really work at killing someone with those.
They're safety scissors.
Yeah. All right.
In that case,
what all is everybody getting for the child, or initially thinking that you'll get for the child?
I like the night merry-go-round and the lizard folk water sprayer. So I'm gonna put both of those on the table.
Okay. Aaron, are you going with the 4 dolls?
Yep. With the accoutrement with it.
Okay. Anything else? Go ahead.
I actually kind of like the coin bank. I would buy that.
Okay.
Or I would put it up there at least, just to see how much everything is.
Yeah. Trust me, it just works out better if you put everything on, and then I'll give you a total price. And you can see he's kind of jotting down some notes as he's doing it. If you take a glance at them, it looks pretty ineligible to you. Like, you can't really read it, but he seems to be able to.
Dang, it's not in Thieves' Cant.
Is this all that you all would want?
Go grab the creepy murder doll.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
All right. Is that everything then?
I think so, unless someone has something else they think they want to grab last second.
So many sharp objects you can just throw in for free.
Oh,
Maybe a monkey?
The monkey is not for sale.
I do have a question about that monkey, actually. Does there happen to be any other monkeys in Barovia?
I honestly, not that I've seen, at least not recently. He kind of scratches a bit. Like his head, like he's thinking. He goes, I saw one when I was a boy, but I'm sure that one's not around still.
Huh.
Where do you know where about you saw that when you were a boy?
Yeah, it was one of the festivals. They used to be much more lively than they've been in recent years. There was like a circus that came through, but I mean, that was a while ago. And then, well, Bacola here. Well, all of this is 81 copper.
wait, what?
81 copper.
Steep price, but I think I can work something out.
I'm gonna hand him a gold and tell him to keep the change because what the fuck? No, I'm gonna give him 2 gold because I just feel that bad about that.
Wait, do we just buy his shop and make it into a cookie stand? No.
Did you say cookies? Do you all have cookies? Oh, I could use Use the cookie, he pats his belly.
Oh, well,
Sir, you don't make enough.
we're working on starting up well, helping someone that we've met start up a little bit of a cookie shop in the town here, and yeah, that's we're kind of looking for where it would work best, probably.
Well, I mean, there's a few vacant buildings, but you definitely have to talk to the Baron about seeing if that's a business that he'd want to have around. I know I would. I'd probably buy a cookie every day, maybe even 2 cookies.
Oh yeah, they are the best.
Is there any
Yes, all the cookies.
Is there anything else that I can do for the group? Thank you. This is one of the biggest sales that I've got. Are you sure that you want me to take all of this? This is more than I asked for. I mean, I'm bad at math. I sold my last math adder upper a few days ago.
Grabicus?
Ah, yes, that's what it's called. Yep. There was a kid who said he was struggling in his doing his math homework, and I just actually gave it to him.
I think I know a guy who could give you one later on, but we'll have to see.
Ah. Well, if there's nothing else, I mean, you're welcome to keep perusing if you want. My door is always open. You can certainly come back later if you want to. There's plenty that you probably haven't even begun to uncover yet.
That's suspect as shit.
Oh my gosh, it was not meant to be. That's why you roll insight in case the DM sucks. Anything else that the group would do in here?
Theobone's good.
Castellan is too. He's just he's gonna take the coin out of the coin bank that he left in there, and then put it on the counter for him.
All right, can I have everyone roll me an insight?
Nope.
Perhaps.
Ooh. Good job, Harper.
Do better.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
God.
At least I'm not the worst.
Don't you roll a second one? Is this unrelated to Blinsky?
Yes. Roll a second one. That's good. Yeah, that's good that you rolled a second one because your friends did not help you. And it's fitting that you are the one who got the highest roll. So as the group is beginning to leave, you have Lancelot, you have each other, you do not have Irina in tow. Apollo, of course, is the first one to notice. And she is standing kind of towards the back of the shop area. Like, she's obviously not like up in his workspace, but like she is standing, so she's like right across from it, and she is just staring ahead. Like, she has not broken a stair since, and like the way that it's set up is the like checkout table, it kind of like curves around kind of like a tavern, like a bar would, and then the table is back there, so there's like a clear entry point for Blinsky, and so she's like standing at that point and staring at his desk, and she has not moved.
I'll go over to see what she's looking at.
Irina. Yeah, you look ahead, like you try to kind of snap her out of it, and she is just kind of like lost as she's staring, and you look ahead and you notice 2 things. You're not necessarily sure which. The first one that catches your eye because it's larger is you see, and it's very clearly labeled the devil, and it looks to be a ventriloquist dummy that looks identical to Strahd.
Hmm.
And as like you kind of take that in, you notice then so this is like sitting on his desk as if it just got finished working, and then in progress there is a doll that looks just like Irina. It has the red hair, looks very similar to her.
Huh. And it's like dead set Irina. It couldn't be someone else.
Um, Give me a perception roll.
Not good.
It like I mean, realistically, could it be someone else? Yes, but it does look very favorable to it being her. And in fact, when you notice that one, you also notice on a shelf up above, it's labeled "sold." Like it's waiting to be picked up. That there are 3 other dolls that look similar to Irina.
They all say sold. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to snap Irina out of it.
Medicine.
That's pretty weird. I'm gonna guide myself as well.
Okay. Oh, Apollo, you see it too.
Yeah, that's pretty strange, but I wouldn't say it's
Yeah, it looks just
Uh.
like Strahd. Oh my god, it's the most frightening thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that's the one you're looking at. Yeah, agreed. I'm gonna try to like step in the way so she doesn't see the one that
Oh.
looks like her.
Oh, crap, we're not supposed to say his name. Oh, the devil. It looks just like the devil. All these rules are just so much to keep track of.
I find if you just don't pay attention to them, they don't matter.
Blinsky gives like a little nod. He goes, "And here, they don't matter, but they do matter if you weren't alone in here with me, or if you were out and about. They definitely do matter." I assume something else has caught your eye. Are you interested in learning how to be a ventriloquist? I'm sure you'd pick it up right away. Blinsky does not seem like bothered or like has not really taken note of the similarities between Irina and these dolls that he's made.
Blinsky, I have 2 questions. One, is that devil puppet for sale? And 2, those other dolls over there, and I'll point to them, the one that look like Irina. Uh, you wouldn't happen to know who bought those, would you?
Well, yes, the dummy is for sale. It is 1 gold. It took quite a while to get all the details just right on that. And I know that it says sold. And actually the sign says "sold" with an E. He didn't put an O. He goes, it I mean it's the I don't want anyone to get any ideas, but yeah, they're sold. Sorry, I'm rambling for no reason.
You couldn't happen to just, between awesome people, just let me know who might you sold that to, just so I could talk to them about maybe getting one off them.
I I mean I make them. I could make one for you.
But these ones are already made, so I was just wondering if I'm not gonna be in town a while. maybe I could just buy one if they live here, you know.
Well, I mean, if you give me 5 minutes, I can finish the one he hasn't ordered this one yet, but I anticipate that he will. He has hundreds similar to this.
Jesus Christ.
He motions to the one that is sitting near the dummy.
All right. Well, I will take the dummy and I'll hand him a gold.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you.
Strahd dummy.
Yep, you got a Strahd dummy.
And I'll go tell the group about like clearly Irina dolls that I just saw, and someone has hundreds of them.
As like so, because you all were the ones talking and bringing up the toys, and like now that you've pointed out the doll, you're standing there next to Irina. He looks and he, oh, 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 like, and he does like just like that, like it is registering. Oh, I didn't know that these were modeled after a person. And Irina has picked up on the conversation at this point and what's happening, and like she now has noticed the doll as well. But like she's doing like that thing where she's kind of like fidgeting with like her hands, and like she's not really pacing, but like kind of, you know, like she's moving and stuff, like just kind of keeping herself in check and from like just breaking down altogether, because like she is really creeped out by seeing this. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I get threatened at least once, if not more, a month to make these dolls, and I get a description to go off of. I'd rather not say who by who. He's really scary. I've never seen anything. He's quite demonic, really, and I'm I love being able to make the oddities that I do, and he definitely could make it so that I can't. And it seems initially, you know, it was just make a doll with red hair and so on. And he's gotten better with his details, but I just thought he was getting better at describing. I didn't realize that this was in anyone's likeness. I promised you that. Oh, I am so sorry. I wish I could say more.
Well, if you could say more, I swear I wouldn't get back to you. But this is kind of weird and strange, right? Like, just give us a little bit of information. We'll try to handle this discreetly.
Persuasion.
Forget about this. I say it's like one. Oh fuck me, dude!
You almost said it and then it happened.
I think I need to roll something as well.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That's the same thing I got the last time. I know what that is.
Oh yeah.
I'm frightened.
We can handle this discreetly.
As Blinsky is like talking and like realizing, he has like moved over. He has picked up the one of the dolls and has like brought it over. He's on the other side of the counter, so there's a barrier between you all and him, and he's like holding it, and you look at the doll. And what happens, my friend?
Apollo almost goes in like a trance and just starts backing away. how'd you make it talk? It talked to me. I start backing away really quick. All right, guys. Maybe keep his name. I just start backing up. Clearly afraid.
Irina she tries to kind of pull you back, but obviously for a minute you are completely like just freaked out by this. The rest of the party, you all had begun to exit. You hadn't exited yet, but now like a few minutes have gone by. Would anyone come back and see what's going on?
Theobone would.
Yeah, I would have been kind of like paying attention and listening along.
Yeah, so you see Apollo freaking out. You see a doll that looks really similar to Irina. And you, at this point, you probably have moved and you've heard that last bit of conversation that Blinsky had about, oh, shit, this is, you like, I think it's made in your likeness. What would the party do as Apollo's freaking out for a minute?
I would probably try and kind of continue on the ruse of, or not, it's not even a ruse, but the like just keep the guy talking so that just because I've started to kind of draw some connections to just like what our actual goal, like end goal is here, I think. So I'd kind of keep him talking about who's ordering all these dolls.
Well, like I was saying, and I didn't mean to upset him. He seems quite upset by it. I can't really, I don't feel comfortable saying who's been asking for them because I don't want to possibly lose my business here.
Oh well, if it's someone pretty powerful, it I mean they should have to follow some rules too, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but when you are the one that enforces the rules, and it's kind of difficult
That's
for people to
understood.
hold you accountable, I guess.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. But I mean there's really no there's really no harm in just sheer information. Whoever's ordering these can't just can't have ears everywhere, can they? Even in your own shop when you know that we're the only people here.
That's true. I haven't made a toy that has ears everywhere yet. Um, roll persuasion. Oh, there we go. Well, you have to assure me that this this won't come back to bite me. The only thing I want to be bitten by is the chattering fangs, and he motions towards the teeth.
That I'll give you my word, as far as my word can take me, that we won't we won't throw you under the theoretical carriage.
Well, it is the burgomaster Baron Vargas Volakovich, his I guess henchman, if you will, Isaac Strasny, and I will. It is not spelled the way that you all will spell it, so I'll put it in the chat. Oh, do you need his name too?
I sounded it out.
Oh yeah, I've read Matt's notes. I know sometimes sounding it out's not enough. No offense, Matt. Actually, I'm I'm being an asshole. I can't say that your spelling is bad one way or the other. It's been a bit since I looked at your notes.
Oh, I'm probably the worst at figuring out names. So
Oh, I was just
It's up
throwing
there.
a punch without actually knowing if it was a good punch or not. Um, he he's the enforcer of anything that happens. The Baron has Isaac right there in a second to take care of it. He
I
is very short tempered. I don't know if I, I wouldn't if she is why, and he is kind of like, I know that sometimes I stammer because I'm me, but like he is kind of at a loss for words as he's connected. What is he goes, I don't know why or what his intention is. Like I said, I've probably made him at this point. Hundreds might be an exaggeration or it might be an under exaggeration. He comes in quite frequently demanding that I create these dolls.
well, I could definitely see why you would why you'd be less than willing to want to give up information then
And
about who this is.
if it wasn't for him constantly coming in demanding that I make these dolls, my prices could even be lower so more kids could afford to have a Blinsky.
Well, that's very noble. That
Well, like it says, it is no fun, it is no Blinsky. I want everyone to be able to have fun, and to do that, they need a Blinsky.
that's a great I enjoy that how I enjoy your phrase and your saying and it's like I said that's a very noble cause. I guess is there anything else that you could tell us about this Isaac? Do you kind of know? I'm sure you don't know why he's asking for these, but has he ever come in with like an actual picture or anything like that to go off of or anything?
No, he initially when he came in, it was just like he was recalling something, almost like a dream. I guess I don't know if that's what it was or not, but he was very the initial time. It's like he didn't have the words or couldn't quite come up with a description. And really, that first one I made, I actually just kind of sewed together some doll shaped thing and put some red fabric on it, and he was very pleased with it. And as he continues coming, he's been more and more specific. These dolls usually probably have taken more time and coin than anything else here,
Hmm.
and he never pays.
Well, that doesn't seem right. I think he should really have to pay just as much, if not more, for express service. I would think, but
Ah, you are too kind. Yes, I wish that were the case. I once tried to send a bill, and he lives with the Baron, and well, I ended up in the stocks for that for a day. A malicious unhappiness.
hmm. Well, I guess that it that at least gives us something. That's there's a reason that these are being made, so we should possibly talk to Isaac or someone close to him next. But we'll make sure to keep your name out of everything, and we wouldn't want anything to come back on you. So
I
Right.
appreciate that. I do hope that the child enjoys all the gifts that you got. I At least maybe something good will come from your visit here. Uh, a little bit of joy for.
Yes, hopefully, I'm sure, I'm sure many a smile will be brought by these. So thank you very much.
Ah, yes, and if you wish to come back, I'm constantly creating. I'm sure in no time I'll have even more things that might interest you. And before I forget, Pacola.
Taking his monkey back.
Yeah. He makes sure that the monkey is in his sight on his shoulder.
Are you sure we were bonding so well?
Well, you never know. We could maybe bond more in the future.
All right.
All right. Well, we thank you for your time, Mr. Blinsky, but we do unfortunately need to be getting going.
No, no problem at all. Yeah, you all leave. Irina is in like a bit of shock as you all leave, and she goes, I, I don't know if I don't know what we should do. My brother thought that this would be the safest place for me, but I don't know if I feel that way right now. I feel sick to my stomach, really nauseous. To see me just like all over, I didn't like that. It didn't feel nice. You would talk about having an action figure, and I think that's really cool, but I didn't say I wanted to be an action figure or a doll or anything like, or even a painting or anything like that.
I definitely think that we need to at least keep you away from this Isaac Strazin or Strasny. He uh he seems like he might be the main one in this area who would be for some reason tied to you.
She grabs Apollo's arm. But if you all leave me here, how am I going to stay away from him? This town, it's bigger than Barovia, but only just.
We're not gonna leave her, right, guys?
I mean, we haven't checked out the monastery yet. It could be like way shut off, no one goes in kind of thing. Or we hope.
It sounds like since this guy works for the Baron, he probably has access to whatever the fuck he wants.
True.
That is true. I wonder if there's another nunnery that we could get thee to.
But I think at bare minimum, maybe a disguise for Irina.
Well, hopefully, didn't she give a fake name when we came to the city?
I
Did
think
she?
she did.
Yeah. What name did she give?
It
Oh.
was.
We had talked about it a while ago in the chat about her giving a fake name. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
You all can tell me later. While you all are standing, Apollo, your stomach gives a growl shortly after Theobald. Yours does too. Can I have Constitution saving throws, please?
Oh
You
no.
motherfucker.
It's a new day.
Hey, let's go.
It doesn't matter.
I don't
feel
know.
so
Multiple
shitty.
of those in a row, maybe. No.
Oh, you know what, Matt? That's a good idea. I will keep track of his nat 20s. Okay.
So you're saying I don't have to eat one?
Oh no, you do. You failed right now. You are craving a cookie. But Theobald, your stomach gives a growl, but you think eating a cookie might not be in your best interest right now.
Yes.
More for me.
Are you carrying any cookies on you, Apollo?
I have some pie in my bag. If that gives me the
Yeah.
same.
It's
draw.
cookies. Yeah, it's all the same.
Got it. I will mow down a slice of pie midday.
Yeah, it's probably like 10:30. You know, some people eat brunch at this time. You all did have a 7:30 breakfast. It took
Yeah, just
you a
pie
while
o'clock.
in Blinsky and everything. Uh, well, should we go to the town square? Is that where we were headed next?
Yeah, that should just be right down the road, I think, isn't it?
I forgot to ask for directions, but yeah, I think so. It should be easy enough. I think if we just follow here, it'll lead us right to it.
Oh, we might really want to look for something to disguise you though. Wait, do I have a disguise kit on me?
Maybe like dye your hair black or something.
There were some masks in the toy store.
I feel like that would be way too obvious. I mean, for now, we could. I've got a blanket because I stole the one Strahd gave us for that picnic a long time ago. So we can just throw the blanket over her. You know, treat it like a cloak or something.
I'm sorry. Throwing a blanket over her is less obvious than her walking around with a mask on. They had
Like a
wolf,
cloak, you know?
but they had wolf mask. Like she could have looked like she was just a diehard of the last festivities.
I mean, true. But do we really? I'm sure everyone does want to go, you know, scam the shit out of Blinsky again
I'm just giving you shit because that's what I do.
because it's me.
Yes,
Maybe if
because
we
you're
maybe
Heather.
if we put the blanket over, then I can make it light because we're like supposed to be here on a mission from the light uh lord or
Oh,
the
the
Lord
Morning
of
Lord?
Light. Yeah, the morning
Oh
lord.
yeah.
There we go. Just make her glow.
Because your target here.
No, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Does anyone have like a hooded jacket? Hell, I'll wear the blanket. But
Oh, I do actually have a costume in my equipment.
like a child-sized costume.
Yeah, true. Maybe it comes with
I
a
mean,
wig though.
she's a petite woman.
I don't think she's that small.
It just looked
So
like instead of pants, it looked like shorts.
Charlie, does the costume kit have a wig in it?
Matt, do you think it has a wig in it? If you
yes,
imagine
I
Caslin putting together his costume kit, what would be inside?
my costume would look it would be like a miniature version of who was the guy from Neverending Story, Billy Crystal
Mm,
from that movie. Yeah, it'd be like blonde hair. Like I'm pretty sure that's who I'm thinking of.
okay. I feel like that's been a long time since I've seen
No,
that.
oh, that was Miracle Max. That's who I was thinking of.
He's not all the way dead. He is just mostly dead.
Who was I actually thinking of though? I can't remember for sure off the top of my head. It was like a super blonde guy from Neverending Story.
I'm just thinking of David Bowie from Labyrinth.
Yeah,
There we
that's what I
go.
was thinking.
That might have actually been it. David Bowie from Labyrinth.
All right,
Just a
so
miniature version.
um, she puts on the wig, and is there anything else that you are going to do?
Mm,
Do you have a disguise kit for does
No,
Caslin? Okay.
I just have my costume.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. She puts that on. As she's doing so, she. Well, should we check to see I can't quite. What? Remember, we're going to the town square. Was there something in particular that we were going for?
I
Check
think-
out the festivities.
I
Tardy
think
Hobart.
basically,
Okay.
well, just to check out the town to make sure that it didn't seem like it was filled with weirdos, but we know there's at least one weirdo, so
Fair enough. All right. You all do begin to move towards what you think, like you just kind of follow the path. And she is right, following the path is a very smart idea. It does like a big loop around, so like you do walk past quite a few homes and things, and and as you guys are walking, she's like, man, Wallachia is just, it is so much bigger than Barovia. Maybe I will be okay here, even considering. What do you all think?
I look to the group.
But we'll still go
I've
to the
heard-
festival, no matter what we decide.
Well, we do still need to go to the church at some point.
I guess that should be what we use to determine if I should stay or not.
yeah, maybe if the priest seems somewhat reputable and trustworthy, then I think we at that point, at what point do we place our trust in someone finally? That's the question.
I think that's a really good question to ask and consider. As you all continue, you see the shops and the homes that enclose the what you can tell is the town square. They are currently decorated with limp, tattered garlands, painted wooden boxes that are filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, and locked in which you do see several individuals. You see men, women, and children, and they are wearing crude looking plastered donkey heads.
Yeehaw.
What a bunch of asses.
You see in the center of the square that there are peasants in patchwork clothing that they eye the group as you approach pretty suspiciously. They are using cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. And standing tall at the center of that fountain is this gray statue of an impressive man facing to the west. You also see all around, like on the ground, hanging up, that there are currently flyers that read, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron."
That's something that already happened, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you pick up the flyer and you can see it is something that already happened. And as soon as like you were looking and seeing, oh, this is the one that has just passed, and it looks like it happened 2 days ago. You see as a man with two large guards come in, and he begins to yell towards anyone who will listen. um let's get this cleaned up for the Baron. He wishes to show his love and support of all who live here by hosting another festivity. So out with the old and up with the new. And you see this man is really tall. He has a shaved head, dark eyebrows. Um he it seems dressed in very fine attire, especially compared to the guards next to him and like anyone else that's currently here. And you see as everybody begins to hang up another poster. This one says on it, come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron. You
wonder
tear
if
them
they have-
down and he'll hang up the new ones. Let's go, let's go.
Guys, is this place a giant cult?
I'm just worried about that children required part. Do you have to have a kid before you can go? But attendance is required anyway, so it makes no sense.
I wonder if they have the same marketing person make all of these.
Do we have to bring a child from the orphanage if we don't own one already?
Oh no.
Right now at this point, his back has been to you and kind of like to the side, so his left side has been facing the group, and he turns around and you can see it looks as though his right arm has some deformity going on. So unlike Apollo's, where it's just the token art, his arm does appear to be deformed. And as he turns and sees the group, he locks eyes on Irina, and he just seems very shocked as he notices her standing there with you all. And he just has completely stopped. You see the two guards are kind of getting into like a disagreement as they're trying to figure out the best way to go about hanging and putting up new, and like they're calling out to him, but he has no response whatsoever. It seems like that way for quite a while, and you like Irina realizes like she is being stared down, and she grabs onto both sides anyone who's standing on the sides of her. So I'd assume Apollo and likely Caslin like just kind of grabs on because she is really uncomfortable, and like under her breath she's like, I think we should go, maybe.
I do
And
believe that was the right course of action.
I was about to say that same thing.
And as she says that, he does break his stare and he goes back to what he was doing, but it was a very uncomfortable and very obvious like reaction and situation. And I think that is a great place for us to call it wraps for tonight.
Woo!
That man
Alright.
doesn't perchance have a monkey, does he?
And you
Guys,
see as the monkey jumps out. All right. Well, if you were tuned into the stream, thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time. All right. See you, stream.
Thank you
Bye.
all.
Yeah.